What's going on, everybody? It's the man in the red hat, and today we'll be talking about top 5 anime organizations of all time. Let's do it. And I'm going to start this video off with a disclaimer that there are going to be some very popular organizations that are missing. In particular, the Phantom Troop did not make this list. Okay, this is my top 5 list, not your top 5 list or any of your super popular top 5 lists. I chose everything that was important to me growing up. All right, and if I'm being 100% honest, I think the Phantom Troop is wildly overrated. Like, I'm just keeping it real. And I couldn't put anybody on this list with an incomplete product, i.e., like the storyline for the Phantom Troop will never be finished. Togashi is notoriously slow, and based off of how Yu Yu Hakusho ended, I can tell there's going to be a very aggressive slide in the narrative elements of the product, all right? Because he gets bored, and then he just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. But that's a story for another day. So at number 5, we have the Akatsuki. All right, so I spent a lot of time while I was making this list all throughout the day, and I was trying not to put the Akatsuki on this list, okay? Like, I was thinking of reasons why I shouldn't, or why I should move my 6 to my 5 and Akatsuki to number 6. I just couldn't. And if I'm gonna be truly real with myself, I just couldn't. They're a really good organization. A lot of complex characters, a lot of different narrative elements that I like to see. Half of them didn't even like each other. Half of them wanted to kill each other for the most part. They were just searching for different ways. What is it? What's the guy with the mouth in his hand? He was trying to kill Itachi he was searching for ways to kill Itachi. And Orochimaru only joined so he could kill Itachi. Everybody wanted Itachi dead in that group. They was like, we want them eyes. Like, that's kind of what we after them goddamn eyes. But great group, solid uniform. I do think that it's a little bit overused in modern cosplaying and things like that. If you are African American, please understand that you can cosplay as something else. All right, there are other options available to you than the goddamn red cloud, black fucking jacket of the fucking Akatsuki. I know you're on Amazon right now with your finger hovering over the button, talking on the phone with your friends like, man, I got a crazy idea for DreamCon, bro. We go kill her with this. You're not. We've seen it a million times. Can you stop? Let's do something else. Maybe dress as B. There's so many black characters. Not so many black characters, but there are black characters in Naruto. Whole village. All right, maybe pick one of them. All right, they were cool. We liked them. We liked the village hidden in the clouds. They were pretty solid. All right, so let's go in a different direction. Moving on. Number 4, we have the Espada. All right, so this is based purely off of drip factor. All right, everybody in the Espada was more drippy than the last. Okay, characterization not as solid if I'm being 100% like real, but they did have some great ones. Let's be real. Grimjaw he's up there alongside of like Bleach characters, and they were good. It was a good group. They were powerful. They got what they needed to get done, and they were a means to an end. And plus, anything that involves Aizen, I was there for. All right, I always look fondly back at curly hair Superman, Clark Kent looking Aizen, just I'm one step ahead of them all. Like whole anytime anything happened, I'm one step ahead of them all. All right, you showed up to Waco Mundo. I'm one step ahead. I knew you were gonna show up to Waco Mundo, so I'm going to Karakura Town. And you show up to Karakura Town. Hey, motherfucker, this is a fake Karakura Town. I knew you guys were gonna do a fake Karakura Town. Yamamoto shows up. Oh, I knew you were gonna show up, Yamamoto. So I developed an Arin card specifically for you. It's an extinguisher. He's literally just a fire extinguisher. That's all it is. At number 3, okay, we have, this might piss people off. We have Team Rocket, all right? So Team Rocket is the best, okay? They are hilarious. They never they're on the opposite end of the spectrum in that they never accomplish anything, all right? They never accomplish their goal. I think it was one time they even caught Pikachu and they just gave him back. Like, they was like, you know what? We have been wilding for a while. Like, just give them back, man. But the reason that they're on this list is, man, they epic. They epic. They try hard. They keep going. They know they're not good. I'm sure that when the cameras are off and they're like in the woods setting up their 400th trap for Pikachu and Ash, and they probably look at each other quietly and just be like, we're not really good at this, are we? And they're like, yeah, we're not really good. Meowth probably chopping like, yeah, we're not really good at this, man. And they keep going. They keep trying for the kids and the people that's watching. And you know what? I think there's an interesting friendship somewhere in those lines between Ash and Team Rocket. They show up, they mess some stuff up, they get checked, they go blasting off again, only to return back the next couple episodes with a new plan and a new scheme. I like that. I like people with schemes. Come up with a new idea. I like that. And on top of that, they have the best intro of any anime organization ever. All right? All of us know that goddamn intro. Whether or not you saw Pokemon 1 time or 1,000 times, you know the Team Rocket intro. I don't even have to say it. You know it. While this was playing, as soon as I said Team Rocket, you was like, to protect the world from devastation. You said that in your head. So yes, they deserve to be on the list. Number 2, all right, the homunculi. All right, so I like a group that gets shit done. Okay, if you are accomplishing your goals as an evil organization, check mark. Okay, and the homunculi accomplished their goddamn goal, regardless of all of them dying. And you know what I'm saying? They still did the thing that they said they were gonna do. They set up a countrywide trap to trap the souls of millions inside of to open up the gate to God. And it worked. Obviously, the plan wasn't for them to survive. Father had already known well ahead of time that he was going to sacrifice their ass too to accomplish his goals. It was all a means to an end. That's neither here nor there. What I do love is characterization. I like complex characters. Envy, greed, gluttony, amazing characterization. Love them. Love them. All right? I love everything about those characters. All of those characters were extremely dense in what you could take in or take away from who they are or what they could have been or what they should be in a different scenario. It's the reason why Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is so good. Is because of how complex the villains were, how like gray the side, like kind of like the sides became from time to time. Like Greed was able to kind of switch sides and just become like this really dope character. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, opposed to, I want everything, but I also want friendship. I want my friends. I want money. I want everything. And that caused him to shift over to the good. It's a pretty good joint. Envy, coming to terms with the fact that he was just living his life jealous that he could never be a human. But he wanted those feelings. He wanted human interaction and the friends, but he couldn't get it. Because of his mission and because of himself, because of his nature. He couldn't fight his nature. It's like, you can't fight it. So he's just honestly, in a way, he's a victim. He fucked up, but he's a victim at his side. Like he literally can't change. It's who he is. It's who he was made to be. It sucks. Love it. Lust? Love it. Love it. The killing of Lieutenant Hughes still hurts to this day. To this day, because of the homunculi. That's all I gotta say. Coming in at a brief number 1 is a pick that's gonna shock the masses. It's Cyborg 009. Now, my top 5 grouping is immediately attached to my childhood. All of these shows are shows that I watched during my childhood, okay? And Cyborg 009, I think I was 9 years old or 10 years old when I found out about Cyborg 009, and I was all in. I was locked in. Joe Shimamura, 009, with the hyperspeed and the Glock 40. You couldn't tell me nothing. That's who I wanted to be, man. That's the leader of the 009. So if you don't, so guys who are not familiar with Cyborg 009, Cyborg 009 is actually the reason that you have the Power Rangers. It's created by the same person who made the Super Sentai Rangers over in Japan. They was creating manga like crazy in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, whatever. And in the 60s, he created Cyborg 009 originally. All right, this is why all of the character is called Joe, because in the 60s, Japan culture looked to the West. The Japan manga creators looked to the West and was like, man, we're trying to get some of them kids over in West to start liking our shit. And because they were reading comic books like crazy and Superman. So they started choosing common ass names like Joe. So that's why you got Hajime no Ippo came around that same time. There was another fighting fighting manga with just Joe in the goddamn name. Burn on Joe. Burn on Joe. Which is Hajime Ippo's fucking cousin, basically. It's like literally the same fucking shit. Alright? They was just, everybody was naming their main character Joe for whatever reason. And Joe Shimamura is my favorite one of all of them. Love him. Love the way he's stylized. It reminded me of Mega Man. Like if you've ever seen earlier versions of Mega Man, like 90s Mega Man, that's how Cyborg 009 looked. It was like a combination of like that Astro Boy look and Mega Man to me, and I loved it. I was like really connected, and I loved every character. I loved the powers that each of them got, because some of them was useless. Well, not really useless, but it was just like kind of unique slashers. Somebody had the ability to breathe. That to hold their breath. That was a cyborg. That was his thing. I can hold my breath underwater. Unique. Somebody had the ability to just breathe fire. That was their thing. It was like luck of the draw. So somebody had a super OP power, telekinesis. You know what I'm saying? Super strength. You know what I'm saying? Then you might just get, I can see far. Like I love Cyborg 009, bro. I might rewatch Cyborg 009 just for the nostalgia. All right, they enemies was trash. Like if you like Power Rangers enemies are trash. All right, the reason that they're trash is because the person who created the Power Rangers, Super Sentai Rangers, is not really good at writing villains. Now so Cyborg 009, same problem, and the ending was supremely trash from what I remember. I felt like that was a Togashi type style ending where he was just tired of writing this thing and people was clamoring about, man, please give us more. And he was like, fuck it. They fighting angels now. And everybody was like, well, why? And he was like, they going to court now. They gonna go to court for Earth. And they as cyborgs, they gonna explain why humanity should still exist. And man, come on, bro. We not, what is this? Attack on Titan? Shut up. So yes, but I love Cyborg 009. I could talk Cyborg 009 all day. I love it. So other than that, that's my top 5 list. My top 5 list. All right. So well, I would love to hear yours. Any thoughts? Any recommendations, man? Tell me who I was missing out on, because it's more than the Phantom Troop and the Akatsuki out here. So just let me know. And if you got this far in the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, give me a little follow. It's free. It's just one little smooth little tap with your little index finger. If you just swipe it right, like a little bit up over there, and then push it in, put about 1 to 2 pounds of pressure on your finger, you can follow on your boy. So just let me know. I'm getting better every day. Peace.